friends over at Exit sent me this very cool electric battery operated pellet grill. Yeah, I know. You probably haven't seen one of these. And now I'm gonna review it. This video is sponsored by Exit. This pellet grill is the Exit Fire and Go. Let's get started. This grill is going to be available on Indiegogo.com, so make sure you check it out. This is the website right here, and down below in the description you'll see a link. It'll be the first link to purchase this pellet grill. Make sure you guys check it out. Okay, in this review I'm going to break it down into 10 things you need to know about this grill before you buy. Okay, so here are the 10 things that I'm going to go through in this review in detail. But before we actually get started on this, let's go ahead and do a quick unboxing. I promise, a quick unboxing. Let's go. All right, guys, so I wanted to show you guys everything that came in this box. It came with the battery, the charger, the AC cord for the outlet on the wall. It came with these grill plates, this other piece of metal that goes on top of the grill plate, this little box that goes by the firebox. This is what I want to show you guys as well. This is a little fire pit where all the pellets get run through with the auger. This is the instructions. Now, the instructions are very easy to read, very simple to understand. Anyone can build this thing. It literally took me like 5 minutes to put this together. Yeah, and I was already grilling. So these are the legs that are very convenient. You just pop them out and it stands up. There's a handle that makes you can push up the grill with the lid, and here I am installing this thing, putting it together. There's a little hole right there I wanted to show you guys. That's where all the drippings go, and on the very back there's a little pull out catch can. All right, and that's for all the drippings. Here I'm putting together all the plates. There's a bottom grill plate and then there's a top grill plate. The top grill plate, there's a little indentation on both sides to hang the grill plate, and this is the battery. Very easy to install. You just slide it in, you'll hear it click. And right here I'm just testing the power. I don't have pellets in it yet. I'm just testing to see if it's working, and of course it's working. Okay, so I went ahead and just shut that thing off because you don't want to really run it with no pellets in it. You can damage it. So I'm plugging in the probe, I'm plugging in the AC outlet. I want to check to make sure that this is working with it as well. I'm going to go ahead and fill this up with some pellets, cherry pellets, and it took about 5 cups of pellets to fill this thing up, and it takes quite a bit in that chamber. Now we're all ready to go, so let's get into this review. Okay, number 1, it's smaller in size and it's much lighter. It's very lightweight. All right, let's take a look at the specifications really quick. If we look at the size and the weight, the size is 17.3 inches by 9.7 inches by 21.7 inches with height and depth, and it only weighs 40.8 pounds. Pretty good considering that other brands weigh a lot more. Okay guys, so here I'm going to show you guys the legs that pop out, and it's very simple to go ahead and make it stand up and fold it back in. So if you're traveling with this thing, which I strongly recommend you do, let's say you're going to a soccer game, you can put it in your trunk and you still have enough space for your soccer balls and all your other stuff. Okay, number 2, it has a much larger grilling area. So if we open the lid and we start looking at the grill plates, the top grill plate has 95 square inches and the bottom has a whopping 192 square inches, totaling for 287 inches. Just look at how the Fire and Go compares against the Traeger Ranger and the Pit Boss portable pellet grill. The numbers don't lie. As a matter of fact, I've done the math, and that's 56% more cooking area, all while being 36% smaller. So now that I have my pellet grill all hooked up, ready to go, pellets in, here is the Traeger Ranger compared side to side and the Pit Boss grill. As you can see, the Exit grill has way more space, but let's go ahead and throw some steaks on there, some tomatoes and some zucchini, and let's see what's up. Okay, number 3, it's battery supported. You can install a battery into it and it can operate that way. So this pellet grill is battery operated, and what I love about it is that it lasts 10 hours on a full charge. Yeah, you can take this out, have several cooks on it for a whole whopping 10 hours. The battery is interchangeable and compatible with other Exit products, and you can also connect it to AC outlet. All of this makes it environmentally friendly. Number 4, it has a 8-in-1 cooking versatility. You can cook dang near anything on this thing. You can smoke, you can bake, you can braise, you can roast, you can grill, you can barbecue, you can char grill, and you can even sear. Like I said, it's an 8-in-1 versatility cooking machine. I love this thing. You can do everything on this thing. And the temperature ranges, yeah, they're from 160 all the way up to 500 degrees. Whether you want to do like a low and smoke barbecue, like do some ribs or some brisket, or if you want to sear up some steaks on high heat, you can do everything with this thing. This pellet grill gives you 26% more temperature ranges than its competitors, and it has a probe. So you can put your steaks and you never overcook them or undercook them. These were some 2 ribeye steaks that I was throwing on there, and yeah, they were great. Number 5 is temperature control, how well it holds its temperature. So I've cooked on many pellet grills before, and one thing that I don't like about some of them is the temperature control. This one's pretty steady. As you can see in the graph, it stays pretty steady at 200 degrees, and that's important when you're smoking and you're cooking low and slow, because you don't want the temperatures to go up and down. You want to have a consistent and predictable cook every time. Number 6, convenient control to adjust your temperature. So this is the big one for me, adjusting the temperature. This one's really easy to adjust the temperature. You just push the knob once and then you turn it. And that's all you got to do when you first set the temperature. And it has a probe. You can also check on your cooks, because you want to make sure whenever you're cooking that you pull it at the right temperature. That way you have a predictable cook every time. All right, so this is a close-up of some zucchinis, some ribeye steaks, and some tomatoes that I'm cooking. And what I love about this thing is if I want to adjust the temperature while it's cooking, I can just push and turn the knob and it'll adjust it to the new temperature. Because it gives you 2 temperatures. One for the internal temp, which you just saw, it said 90. That's what the probe temperature is. But if you want to adjust the temperature itself, let's say you're cooking steaks and you preheated this thing to like 500 degrees, we want to bring it down to 400 degrees, then you can just push and hold the knob and you turn it to your desired temp. This is also good if you're cooking low and slow and you're making some ribs and then you want to turn it up to sear. You can do the same thing. You just push the knob, hold it, and then turn it to your desired temp. And if you're going to sear, make sure you're searing at 500 degrees. As you can see from the smoke, this thing could definitely get a sear on some steaks. All right, so I pulled that first steak at 130. That's my steak. I like mine done at that temperature. The other one, I left it there because this one's for my wife. She likes hers more like at 150. So what I liked is it was pretty simple. I was able to cook this meal, 2 large ribeye steaks for the both of us. This is what we ate for lunch. And just look at that pink. Look how it cooked it. It's so juicy. You can see on the cutting board that this pellet grill is no joke. But let's try it. Oh my God, the tomato was good. The steak was so juicy. That zucchini, look at the char marks on that thing. Had me dancing, man. Woohoo! Number 7, easy cleaning. So this is super convenient. Everything detaches. I literally detached everything within a minute. And I went ahead and took it off and took it to go clean. And then what I like to do is I like to just scrape it with the spatula. If there's any caked on, grease or anything like that. And there's a little hole at the end and it catches it in the bucket. Just beautiful design. So these grill plates are clean. I'm going to give it another little wipe down, attach everything. I use some wipes and then wipe the ends, wipe the sides of it. And then look, there was hardly anything there. It's important to do regular maintenance on your grill so it can last you a long time and for your hygiene. Number 8, heat protection. Very safe to use. It has this nifty safety handle that slides out to help prevent any kind of burns when it's super hot. It also slides back in for easy transportation. Yeah. Number 9, let's talk about the safety cool down. So grills are getting smarter than humans nowadays, and it has this safety technology. It'll cool down for 15 minutes to prevent any kind of fires or hazards. So all you got to do is push that button, select it to off, and it starts to cool down on its own. What a beauty. Number 10, you're going to want to buy a cover to protect it. It's waterproof. It has storage areas. Every grill needs a cover. This one's waterproof and dustproof. And it has a really nifty storage bags on the sides. You can put your probe in there. You can put your battery cable for your charging. You can also put your cord, the one that connects to the AC voltage. Everything fits in this cover. It's awesome. And don't make the mistake of not buying one because it'll get damaged sooner than you would like. I want to give a quick shout out and thank you to Exit for sending me this portable pellet grill, fire and go. It's absolutely amazing. As you can see, I made my steak, I made my squash, I made my tomatoes. Everything turned out great. There's plenty of space. Definitely looking forward to taking this thing on a camping trip or on a sporting event like a soccer tournament. So stay tuned.